People, welcome back to the Mother Truth. And here, I am here to discuss the NBA and the trades that just happened yesterday. Derrick Rose went to the New York Knicks from the Chicago Bulls. Well, for once, Chicago hasn't done anything since Jordan left. Of course they went to the playoffs, but they only gone as far as Derrick Rose can take them, and believe it or not, you hate me or not, he didn't take him that far. Whenever he got injured near the playoffs, the Bulls was always eliminated in the first or second round. Point number one. Point number two is that he was always injury ridden. Point number three, the New York Knicks are terrible. Terrible. Where are the days of John Stocks, Charles Oakley, and Patrick Ewing? Terrible. But the New York Knicks, franchise star, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo's going to stay in New York. And then you have Kristaps Porzingis. People hated Porzingis when he got traded to the New York Knicks last year, when he got drafted to the New York Knicks last year. But he was kind of like got caught up in the Jeremy Lin syndrome. People in New York love Porzingis. But do I think that Derrick Rose is going to help the New York Knicks go to the playoffs? No. But do I think it's going to improve? They're going to improve it? Yes, underneath the tutelage of Phil Jackson, who is the GM. And they are bad. This is not the New York Knicks like the 1990s. This is like the 2008, 2012 Charlotte Bobcats. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Another big trade that just happened. Jeff Teague of the Atlanta Hawks goes to the Indiana Pacers. Well, Atlanta has some good pieces around them. Alright, you have Paul Millsap, you have Al Horford, you got Korver, and who's the other one? Korver, Millsap, Teague. No, Korver, Millsap, Horford. Yeah, they have nice little pieces. But Indiana, Paul George is in Indiana. Do I think that Teague is going to improve Indiana? A little bit, but will they go to the playoffs? No. Basically, Atlanta, like 2 seasons ago, was one of the best teams because they showed unselfishness. I mean, you can't even name a star on that team because all of them was so good. Kyle Korver, Horford, Millsap, Teague, all of them was really good, and I think most of them was on the ballots for All-Stars. So Atlanta is going to lose one of the big stars, but I don't think it's going to diminish Atlanta that much. And here's the big story that people have been talking about on the book like crazy! Like crazy! Is Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors? And I heard rumors that they are looking at Dirk Nowitzki too. And people say they hate when people trying to go for the teams to win championships to build a super team. Well, LeBron James just won a championship in Cleveland. But many, many years ago, he came so close. And then he jumped to Miami, and let me tell you something. People started burning his jersey like crazy, and when LeBron left, the Cleveland Cavaliers was bad. And I always say this. Any team that LeBron James go on in the Eastern Conference, they go into the Eastern Conference Final. Hell, you could put him in Orlando, for goodness sakes. They had nice pieces with Gordon and Oladipo. But, case in point, Miami was a good team. I mean, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron, Ray Allen, Mike Miller, Birdman, Adonis Haslam, Mara Chalmers. I mean, that's a good team. But KD and Westbrook. OKC. The only time OKC came very close of winning a championship was when they had James Harden and Scott Brooks. Okay, which they got beaten by that year. I believe, was it the Eastern Conference Finals? No, Western Conference Finals. Was it Finals? They lost to, I think, Miami. No, was it Miami? Miami, yeah. They lost to Miami. Okay. All right, Kevin Durant. You already got Steph Curry. You got Klay Thompson. Hell, you might have Draymond Green. You have Mo Spites. You have Sean Livingston. You have Harrison Barnes. I mean, you have Ezekiel. You have a really good team. I mean, Harrison Barnes didn't show up in the final. Alright. Oh, plus you got Barbosa, you got Iguodala. And not many people didn't argue this point. Virgil left the Cavaliers to go with the Golden State Warriors in the middle of the year. Virgil. And nobody's jumping on Virgil that he left Cleveland to go to Golden State because I think he knew he was probably going to win that championship there. Alright. Let's be honest, people. OKC is a good team. But will they go to the finals? Will they win a title? No. They're good enough to compete with the San Antonios, the Houstons, hell, the Clippers in the world. But, you have to bring in a really good, I mean, for them to get Durant, they probably need to trade Draymond Green, which I don't think is likely, because Green is a really good player. He played his heart out in Game 7. But I tell you, in Game 5, if Draymond Green didn't get suspended, Golden State would won the NBA championship. Plus, he's backing up Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. I'm like, one of the best backcourts in the league. He could be a backup point guard, Kevin Durant, with the Golden State Warriors. I like that. I wouldn't call him a punk. I wouldn't say it would diminish his legacy. Hell, Kevin Durant is probably one of the top 5 players in the league right now. Top 5. He won a scoring title. But do I think OKC as a team will win a final? No. Plus, you got to remember, they had Billy Donovan, who was pretty good. No. And another thing, Golden State might get Dirk Nowitzki. I agree they need a big. Golden State need a big. But Dirk Nowitzki, he has like 2 or 3 good years left. So why not get him for those 2 or 3 years at Golden State? I mean, Dallas, they're not the team like they used to be. But Dirk has always been the star. But nobody jumped on Kevin Love's back when he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers, okay? Because he knew he wasn't going to win anything in Minnesota. He was the guy in Minnesota. Dirk Nowitzki going to Golden State. Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Durant going to Golden State. They need to have a blockbuster trade to get those two. Do you remember the Lakers a couple years ago when they had Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, what's his name? Steve Nash, Metta World Peace? I thought that was a championship team. Come to find out, they fell flat. I think Golden State, if they get Dirk Nowitzki, hopefully Nowitzki is no Greg Oden. He has range. He has a 3-point range. He's a big post presence. But getting Durant and Nowitzki, most likely not going to happen. If I would choose one, I would choose Durant to go after. And I would trade like 2 players to get Kevin Durant. Seriously, I would. because OKC without James Harden wasn't the same. But I think Durant with Golden State would be a good idea. Who doesn't want to win a championship? Okay. When LeBron won his 2 with Miami, it didn't diminish his legacy because he was the MVP. But when he came alive for Cleveland, he came home and did what he said he was going to do. He was going to win a championship for Cleveland, and yes, he did. But if Kevin Durant goes to Golden State, it will not diminish his legacy. People say it will be a cheap championship, but you gotta go through San Antonio. You gotta go through the Clippers. You have to go through the Houston Rockets. It's not like the West is easy. Hell, you probably have to see OKC. The West is not an easy division. Get a championship while you can, because the window is not open. Okay, this year, alright, we gotta face it. Russell Westbrook was better than Kevin Durant. Mr. Triple Double was better than Kevin Durant. When Durant was injured, Russell Westbrook carried that team. It's no longer Durant's team, it's Westbrook's team. Plus you have Steven Adams, then you have Serge Ibaka. That might be the new big 3 in OKC if Durant leaves. If Durant stays, I don't think that would diminish his legacy. I think that would further his legend. But if you want to win championships now, if I was Kevin Durant or Dirk Nowitzki already won a championship. He doesn't have to prove nothing. But if KD wants to win a championship, go to Golden State.